Don't ask me how I figured out. They, Orlando kind of working, and I come to the finish.
Of course they will.
So I turn on
You have to have the switch on?
this one goes up. So then I turn on the like we were on this. This is crazy. Like how I turn this one on.
By the way, if you want mine for the finish, I mean, they're making that here, there's none in the cups.
So I'll come up with
Or you just want to put it in the 2 cups, you don't have to put it back and forth?
I'm just going to bring the bottle, doesn't matter. Hello. Shabbat shalom. I'll be right back. No more than half, Harry?
Like 2 drops.
Okay.
One of us has a brain. Thank you. I said, one of us has a brain. I'm innocent. Good thing. Yeah, you're right. I can't hide. It never crossed my mind. Or you can come over here if you want, but you still won't see it.
I'm good. I'll try to make it.
I'm gonna go down there. When you're up here, I'm gonna go down so I can see. Here, you don't have to come up.
Thank you. 2 cups. I'm pouring the other glass. I'm doing the finish. I pour 2 cups. I want 2 cups as well. I don't care for that.
We've come together tonight for our unique day of peace and of rest, for that holiday that offers us 52 chances to get it right. May we treasure this together, and may we treasure it individually, and may we carry all its goodness and hope into this coming week. Shabbat shalom. And it's my pleasure to ask Nikki Daly to come forward as we turn to page 120 in our Mishkan Tefillah and page 1 at home. Never want to take that special light for granted.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Let's continue reading together.
All who enter this sanctuary in name, all who bring the offerings in their hearts, their worship, sex, kindness, peace, and love.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshenu b'mitzvotav v'yetznu l'nei shel Shabbat. And then in English, blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to command the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. We continue together on page 128. Hine ma tov manaim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov manaim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov manaim shevet achim gam yachad. May these Shabbat hours of rest and renewal now begun open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise for us all. We continue on pages 142 and 2 with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mimelech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Barchuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzidchem v'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And in our Mishkan Tefillah, we turn the page and responsively Chatzi Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. בעלמא יברך יראותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבם מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהנן ויתהלל ויתהלל שמי לקודשו בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתו ושירתו תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ואמרו amen. As we rise, we turn the page for Baruch responsively. Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Please be seated. On page 149. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and seasons glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide, of time and light, you guide the current of day into night together. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for infinity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ari Barabim. And on page 150. Everlasting love you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Together, day and night, we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'amta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha ve'hayu advarim ha'ile asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך והיו לטוטף בו בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. We continue on the top of page 157 and page 4. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness. Together, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la la la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nada bakol, nora tehilot osef elem. Nora tehilot osef elem, malchutecha ra'onecha, bokei hayom lifnei Moshe uMiriam, zehelianu ve'amru, Adonai imloch le'olam ba'ed, Adonai imloch le'olam ba'ed. V'nemar kifad Adonai en Yaakov, u'ge'alo biyad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la la. Ya la 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 la. At home, page 5, and together here, middle of page 161. Give us a place to rest, Adonai, our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening of shadow of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety. In your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Together, watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukkah. Shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukkah. Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo, ve'al Yerushalayim shalom, ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo, ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. אתה, אתה אדוני הפוריס וכת שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל. As we turn to page 164, and at home, page 6, we rise for tefillah. We'll join back together again on page 180. Ose shalom b'meromav uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom b'meromav uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom b'meromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom b'meromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. We now want to offer our prayers for those especially in need of healing, those in need of healing in body, in mind, in spirit. We've been asked to offer up prayers for Leah Jacobson, Joan Thompson, Bert Thompson, Bert Posner, Arthur Doxer, Freda Rosef. Steve Roberts doesn't want his name on the list because he's doing better, which is wonderful. Irv Pavlo, Marvin Klein, Jonathan Greenfield, who will be here, neither hail, sleet, snow, or storm. Roberta Schwartz, Jane Barron, Bob Wood, Ron Dwarone, Dave Gordon, Albert Behrman, Robert D'Onofrio, Talora Bat-Shira, Mauricio Mena, Morgan Frazier, Ann Corbin, Alan Quartarero, Joe Schrader, Nick Hewitson, John Vernon, Jill Birch, Stan Klein, Hyla Monasterio, Julie Fitzgerald, Susan Donahue, Margaret Gallivan, Deborah Posner, Alexandra Zito, Ruth Ann Ludolf, Tommy DiLorenzo, Guido Volpe, and John McCatherine.
Dan West and Valerie Becker.
Arnold,
Barbara Dunn, Lynn Lang, and Charles Safran.
Mitch,
Jerry Spocky.
we turn to page 371 and 8 in your prayer books at home, and join in Debbie Friedman's setting of Misha Berach. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mikor habracha la'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. It is my pleasure to call Mitch Braun to this end of the sanctuary for the introduction to the Kiddush. And we rise.
Let's do it this way. I don't want to burn that. The seventh day is consecrated to the eternal God. On Shabbos, eternal sign of creation, we remember that we are created in the divine image. We therefore raise the cup in thanksgiving. Let's read together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafeh. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehillah l'mikra'ei kodesh zecher l'tzion Mitzrayim kivanu v'achata ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
L'chaim.
Mitch, if you will be our surgeon, please. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon.
I think you, no? Then I'll cut you some more. You want more?
No, it's good.
Okay.
This week's parasha, Baha'alotecha, is often translated when you step up. Very coincidentally, one of tonight's two topics, Stolpersteine, is specifically about some very special ongoing steps. Also special is tonight's presenter, Harvey Brenner, who is accompanied by his wife and my hero, Maxine Brenner. Heaven forbid Harvey should only take on one striking current subject, the Shabbat, so he will also tell us about another current project, which is also coincidentally tied to this week's Torah portion. Baha'alotecha talks about the sacredness of the contents of the Mishkan, the Ark, and Harvey will share with us the current fate of many of the most sacred contents of the Ark, the current fate of many of the Holocaust Torahs. So it is my great pleasure and honor to turn the lectern over to my friend Harvey Brenner.
Thank you, Harry. Shabbat Shalom. I am Harvey Brenner along with my wife Maxine. We are happy to be here tonight. In 1938, Kristallnacht included the burning of 35 synagogues in the Sudetenland, Bohemia and Moravia, which is now part of the Czech Republic. In 1939, Bohemia and Moravia became a German protectorate. The Nuremberg Law census identified 118,330 Jews in the protectorate of Bohemia and Moravia. In 1942, all Jewish communities in Bohemia and Moravia were instructed to ship all of their Judaica to the Jewish Museum in Prague. In June and July, the objects started arriving in Prague. The Nazis instructed the Jewish Museum to run an exhibition of Judaica objects received. In 1955, the director of the Jewish Museum in Prague brought the Torahs together for storage in the Micheli Synagogue. In 1963, Ralph Yablin, a London philanthropist, bought the 1,564 Torah scrolls for 180,000 Czech dollars, which was equivalent to 30,000 US dollars. On May 4th, 1964, the 1,564 scrolls arrived in London in their new home in Westminster Synagogue, and the Memorial Scrolls Trust was established. Under the trust, the Holocaust Torahs from Bohemia and Moravia were loaned to synagogues around the world. As a guardian of a Holocaust Torah, you are to use it for bar, bat mitzvahs, Yizkor services, confirmation, and for special services. Yeah. Technical difficulty. There we go. Mitch, is the video going to automatically?
Yeah, click it.
Okay.
Do the other button. There you go, now do it again.
This is the Holocaust Torah that Temple Shalom in Naples used at their confirmation service recently. And that's the rabbi showing it to the congregation and one of the confirmants dressing the Torah. I had the honor that day to hold the Torah. In 1978, Temple Shalom became the guardian of scroll number 22 from Budin nad Ori, located about 30 miles northwest of Prague, near the Teresian Memorial. A synagogue was built in Budin in 1631, burned down in 1759, and rebuilt again in 1821. The community numbered 49 persons, 11 families, in 1638. In 1892, it adopted Czech as their official language. There were 176 persons living in 11 localities under the Budin communal jurisdiction in 1902, and 50 Jews living in Budin in 1930. The community of Jews was liquidated by the Nazis in 1942. The town today, which boasts a castle, has a population of only around 2,200. This is a picture of a walled cemetery dating back to around 1785, with around 200 graves and a Hever Kadisha outside of the village in the middle of fields. A Hever Kadisha is the organization of Jewish men and women who see that the bodies of deceased Jews are prepared for burial according to Jewish tradition. The synagogue was built between 1815 and 1825. It was active Excuse me, I lost my place. It was active until World War II, after which it was used as a warehouse and residential building. In 2009, it was declared a cultural monument. This is a picture of the town mayor, Peter Kindle, a non-Jew, who was the force behind securing grants and the rebuilding of the synagogue, even though no Jews remained in Budin Nad Ori. Between 2019 and 2024, the synagogue underwent complete revitalization. These are going to be some pictures of the destruction of the temple. And that's a drawing of how it is going to look after it is completed. And this is part of the picture of the completed synagogue on the street in Boudin. And this is showing the way it looks today. It was just recently completed. The synagogue was recently completed. It will be complete with a permanent exhibition about the life of the Jews before World War II. It will also be used for cultural and religious purposes. This photo is of a gentleman whose name is Gunther Demnig, who was born in Berlin in 1947. He's an artist and a non-Jew. He remembers the victims of the Shoah by making and installing commemorative brass plaques in the pavement in front of the last known address of the individual who perished in one of the death camps. These are called Stolperstein, stumbling stones or blocks, with the person's name, birth year, death year, and extermination camp that they were sent to. These are permanent remembrances of Jews who lost their life by the Nazis. Gunther recently made and installed the 100,000th Stolperstein. They are all over European cities. While traveling in various countries in Europe, Maxine and I came upon these Stolperstein and were amazed at how well kept they were. They are permanently affixed on a stone in the ground. We have read where people, Jews and non-Jews, polish them from time to time to keep them visible to all. This is Gunther installing some Stolperstein. Gunther cites the Talmud saying, quote, "A person is only forgotten when his or her name is forgotten," end quote. The Stolperstein in front of the building brings back to memory the people who once lived here. Almost every stone begins with "Here lived," one stone, one name, one person. Podebrady is about 38 miles east of Prague. Our friend, Rabbi David Maxa, thanked the Jewish residents for caring about the memory of the residents who were murdered during the Shoah. On May 6th, which was Yom HaShoah, the town added 6 new Stolperstein, each commemorating one person. One of the Stolperstein, the one that you see there, at which Rabbi Maxa from Eitz Chaim Synagogue in Prague prayed in the memory of the murdered commemorated Mrs. Rosina Spiegelova, the grandmother of the former U.S. Secretary of State, Madeleine Albright. To ensure that the project continues, Gunther set up a foundation. We are attempting to procure the names, dates of birth, transport to what extermination camp, plus last known residents of the Jews in Budin Nad Ori, so that we can raise money to have Stolperstein to memorialize them. On February 4th, 2024, there was a celebration of the 60th anniversary of the 1564 Holocaust Torahs at Westminster Synagogue in the UK. All of the synagogues who are guardians of Holocaust Torahs were invited to bring their Torah to the celebration. Due to the cost, Temple Shalom was unable to attend. However, there have been other celebrations around the world at various times during 2024. The Jewish Federation of Sarasota and the Holocaust Center are holding a celebration on November 10th for all synagogues in Florida who are guardians of one of the 1564 Czech scrolls. This is an open event for everyone to attend. Maxine and I have been given the honor to represent Temple Shalom with Holocaust Torah number 22 from Budin Nad Ori to participate in this event. Shabbat Shalom. You're welcome.
Shabbat Shalom. Greetings from our Board of Directors and a few announcements. I welcome visitors worshiping with us tonight, and I invite you to stay on hand for the Oneg Shabbat following services. Tonight's Oneg was coordinated by Mary Pinto, Heather Greenfield, and Linda Reitzes. Our lovely flowers are sponsored by Jonathan and Heather Greenfield in honor of all the bakers for Bubby's Bake Sale. Current details of everything going on in congregational life can be found on our website, in our monthly newsletter, The Messenger, and in the semi-weekly email notifications we send out to membership. Tonight, I remind everyone, the next Monday night bingo will be Monday, July 1st at 7 o'clock. The 4th of July flyer is around the building and on the website. Please RSVP by June 26. Tickets are $30 per person. Bubby's Bakery will be on Sunday, November 24th, and we're looking for sponsors and volunteers to assist. Sponsorship is $100. The Women's Book Club for 24-25 is on our website. The office is selling Memorial Yahrzeit candles if you have a need. Anthony Pinto Jr.'s honey is on sale in our office for $15, and a portion of the sale goes to the synagogue. Do not forget to bring in food for those in the community less fortunate when you come on Fridays, or leave a donation in the tzedakah box. And now, as we move to conclusion of tonight's service, I invite to the Bema our final honorees, Judy and Larry Satcher. Please reopen your prayer books to page 586 and rise together for Elena.
Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. Thank you. Please be seated. It is a fearful thing to love what death can touch. A fearful thing to love, hope, dream, to be, and oh, to lose. A thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me. Your laugh once lifted me. Your word was gift to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing, to love what death has touched. Tonight we honor the art sites of Albert Bashevkin, Pearl Broder, June Marie Duquette, Edith Feller, Adele Greenberg, Emma Litzit, Phyllis Pincus Marco, Joan Reisfeld, Milton Schwartz, Ann C. Singer, Robert Snyder, Beatrice Sugarman, and Shtetl Ternovka. Are there any names you would like added? Then as we rise, we turn to page 598 in Mishkan Tefillah and 10 in your personal prayer book at home. And rise. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divarach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayei chon u'yomei chon u'b'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lalmei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha bo yichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma ve'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shamaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to the bereaved. And let us say, Amen. To conclude this evening's service, we turn to page 626 or page 11. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mi Keloheinu, Mi Chadonenu, Mi Chemalkeinu, Mi Chemoshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Malkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Shabbat Shalom. Let's all enjoy the oneg together.
Shabbat shalom.